What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here tonight with a review for Married to Medicine, Season 8, Episode 9. And the episode was titled, Let the Emojis Fly. Alright, you guys, so before we get into this episode review, if you guys are watching this video or any of my other videos and you're not subscribed to the channel, yes, I look at my analytics. And it's a lot of you guys who watch my stuff and ain't subscribed. It's like you take me out on a date and we eat, the bill comes, oh, you got to pay for your own meal. Don't do that to me. Treat me right. Treat me with respect. Please hit that subscribe button. That's all I ask is hit that subscribe button, guys. It is free. And hit that notification bell button. But let's get into the episode review, you guys. All right, you guys, so this episode, you guys remember in the last one, the ladies went out to dinner. They left Lisa, Nicole, and Carrie behind. So when they get there, they ask Toya about the restaurant. She tells them about it. And, you know, Heaven's like, oh, I'm gonna order me the devilish eggs. And Jackie says, what did she say? And Anila was about to repeat it. And Toya was like, don't repeat it, Anila. And Jackie was like, Anila look like, you know, she's telling you she ain't your little sister. And then Heavenly decided to say, oh, no, but she is her Muppet. I said, oh my God, Heavenly, why did you say that? But Anila, she's quick on her feet and she said, oh, since you want to call me a Muppet, how about I call you Miss Piggy? I was like, oh shit. I was with Simone. I cried. That one took me out. So then Robin and Giselle show up. I was like, oh, Robin and Giselle. So I guess they didn't show it to us, but I guess Jamal spoke at the event, you know, the March on Washington. I guess he spoke there, and Contessa was like, your husband, he really moved me. And Giselle was like, ex-husband, we're back together, you know, we divorced, we back together, but we're not where Robin and Juan are. Oh God, Robin and Juan, season 6 of Real Housewives of Potomac. Oh God. What is Robin? Well, I mean, we know what Robin's storyline is going to be. Her wedding. Let's get Robin married and let's get Robin either off the show or demoted. One of the two. Giselle, what is your storyline going to be? I don't care. You know what's so funny? So Simone tells the ladies that she wants to talk about relationships. I'm like, oh, you're being messy. See ya. Why are we doing this? So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I got a big side eye for Jamal. So Jamal is okay with being on Married to Medicine. He was okay with filming with the cast of Love and Hip Hop. Well, he was okay with, you know, being out with the cast of Love and Hip Hop. I'm not gonna say he was filming with them. He was out with them for Sierra and BK's engagement, which they broke up. But you couldn't show up to the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion to be behind your woman. Just saying, but okay, you know, who am I to say boo, cat, whatever. That's between Jamal and Giselle, which we all know that their relationship is just what? Fake. It was just for the storyline. So that's why I say, what is her storyline gonna be this season? Ooh. Grand Dame, keep your foot firmly attached to Giselle's thick ass neck. I hope y'all didn't see that spit. Probably did. My bad. You keep your stiletto in neck. Just putting that out there. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna go back and forth between the men and the women. So Lisa Nicole is asking the women if their men have had midlife crises. Had a midlife crisis at this point. It's so. I'm laughing because I tweeted this. Because when the show was going on, I tweeted. She said, "Are any of the men having a midlife crisis?" I said, "Cecil is having a midlife crisis." And the reason why I say Cecil is having a midlife crisis is just you guys go and look at the way that Cecil has been dressed in this season, and take a look at Cecil's hair this season. Cecil is giving midlife crisis, but. So suffice it to say, I tweeted that, right? So Cecil quote retweeted me, and you guys can go look at it. It's on my Twitter right now. Jbsayzwhat one. So Cecil, he liked the tweet. He actually retweeted the tweet. Then he quote retweeted me, and he was like, he said, "Nah, player." He said, "I had my midlife crisis when I was about 50. I'm 54." He said he had his midlife crisis a few years ago. And then I tweeted him back. I'm like, I hope you know that these are just jokes, and I'm just joking. I'm not, I'm not really being serious. And Cecil, he was cool about it. He said, he says he understands, and he loves, when people joke, and he can take a joke. So I'm glad that Cecil can take a joke. So yeah, I said Cecil is having a midlife crisis, and then Contessa, oh. I don't really know what to say about Contessa. Actually, I do know what to say about Contessa. You sharing way too much. I mean, I know this is a reality show about your life, but girl, you sharing a little bit too much. So she's talking about the fact that Scott is about to be 50. Now, she did lose me in this. Ooh, excuse me, I didn't mean to do that in your face. She did lose me with this conversation because she was talking about the fact that with Scott, I don't know if she was talking about Scott or what. Talking about, men are gonna still cheat. You can have sex with them every night and they can still cheat, which that is true. But are you saying that's where I was confused at. I'm like, are you saying Scott is cheating on you? Like, where are we going with this? I'm lost. I think everybody was lost. Then Toya proceeded to lose me even more. I'm like, oh God, Toya, I did not need to know this. So then she talked about how, she can understand where Contessa's coming from because she and Eugene stopped having sex. Eugene went to the doctor and he realized his testosterone levels were low. And that's why he was taking a shot in his ass. Well, not in his ass. He actually said it was his hip. Because he tweeted that. He tweeted about it. He said he was taking a shot in his hip. It wasn't his butt, it was his hip. Honestly, I don't need to know about none of these people's sex lives. Not at all. So then Damon is talking about with the guys how, he knew from the minute he saw Heavenly that there was something there. Now, he didn't know that she was going to be his wife, but he knew that there was something there. Eugene, you could have kept this one to yourself too, buddy. I mean, because the jokes write themselves. And I actually tweeted one of my jokes about this one. So Eugene was talking about as far as cheating, that I guess he wouldn't do it because there are certain things that Toya does for him that he wouldn't let anybody else do. And I was just like, what does that mean? Like, and I tweeted, I'm like, Lord, please tell me Toya is not pegging Eugene. Lord, I don't want to believe that. I mean, because I don't know what too many. Oh, there are a lot of things that Toya could do to Eugene that he might not feel comfortable with another woman doing. And they all involve his asshole. When I think about it, they all involve his ass. She could be tossing his salad, or she could be pegging him. Now, if you didn't know what pegging was, you know what it is now. Just take a wild guess as to what pegging is. Which I don't have nothing against that. If people like pegging, that's on you. I mean, we all know that the butthole is, the G spot for a man. So if a man likes pegging, he likes pegging. But I was just like, and that's all. Like I said, that's all I could think of. I'm like, girl, there's gotta be something with his butt. But hey, to each his own. To each his own. So then, I think it was Giselle. First of all, what the hell was that sparkly crap she had on? She asked Lisa Nicole if she and Darren together. She says yes, and they are better now. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. Now this one scene that they had, I didn't understand the scene where they were all together at the table. I didn't understand that scene where they were talking about Anila sucks at tennis, and Jackie was doing. I wasn't paying attention, so we're gonna move on because, like I said, I didn't know what was going on in that scene, so I'm gonna move on, you guys. All right, you guys. Next, let's talk about Toya. So, this was an interesting scene for me when I saw Toya and Anila in the car. So they were taking their kids to school. So I guess their kids go to the same school since they will be living in the same neighborhood. How does that work? Because see, when I was in school, you had to live in a district when you were going to school, you had to live in the district to go to it. And I don't think unless they got a house around the corner, I don't know. I don't really keep, if it is what it is. Now here's where this scene threw me for a loop. It seemed like Toya was giving Anila some financial advice. I'm like, of all people to take financial advice from, you talking to Toya. She would be the absolute last person I would get financial advice from. Just saying. And then she's talking about what Anila do, with her blogging. I'm like, Toya, what do you do? What do you do all day? You go to the tennis court. That doesn't pay anything. I mean, hey, I'm not judging you by no means, but I'm sorry. She would absolutely be the last person I would take financial advice from. Now, one thing I'm going to call Anila out on is the fact that, you guys remember in the last episode when Anila got her makeup done, she said she hadn't paid the person who did her makeup. Now that is tacky. When someone does a job for you, pay them then and there. Now if you ain't got the money for it, you need to tell them, hey, don't touch my face because I can't pay you right now. I'll do my own makeup. Simple as that. But yeah, Neely, you can't go around not paying people. Just saying. But let's move on. All right, you guys, and let's move over to Heavenly real quick. It really wasn't much with this scene with Heavenly. We see her having dinner with the family. I'm with the Lord when that wasp came in. Oh no. I don't do wasp. One, because I'm allergic. I will more than likely die from a bee sting or a wasp sting. I'm allergic to it. I have really bad asthma. So more than likely I will die. So they talked to the kids about the trip to DC. Damon's story with the kids about him, did he say he knocked over a sign and a security guard came up to him and told him he was gonna come with him and Damon told him no, and then they called the actual cops out and the cop pointed a gun to his head and asked him what was he gonna do? Jesus. These cops, and especially when it's a young black person, I think that they know that, especially when it comes to young men in general, most young men are cocky, think that they invincible and stuff like that. Because I will give it to you. At 18 years old, I was 18, 19, 20. In my late teens, early to mid 20s, I was headstrong. Like if you come at me, I come back at you 10 times harder. And I had to learn that the hard way to stop. My mom had to tell me, stop doing that. Stop. Because I actually had a situation with a cop, almost similar to Damon's story. He didn't pull a gun on me, but I don't know if I've told you guys this story. I may have. It's a very short story. But I was walking one night right across the street from my house, and there's this, it's called the Rose Garden, where they have it's just a garden full of roses where you can just walk around. It's like a pavilion. Actually, it is a pavilion. So you can just walk around and you can see the roses. Now it closes at a certain time at night. So I wasn't anywhere near it. I was on the side. I was on the sidewalk of it. I was on the sidewalk walking, and a cop was patrolling it. And he asked me what was I doing. I said, I'm just walking. He asked me, did I live in the neighborhood? I said, yeah, I live right across the street. And he asked me what was I doing. I said, I'm just going home. So then at that point, he tried to antagonize me. He says he started questioning me because it was 10:30. It was like 11:30, almost midnight. And he was just grilling me. And then he started antagonizing me. And then when I was leaving, he said, yeah, go home, boy. And I was like, huh? So yeah, just interesting how and he was a white guy, so I'm not even gonna lie to you, he was a white guy. But after that, he did kind of shake. He shook me just a little bit because I was like, oh. I feel like he's racist. And I should have got his badge number and gave it to my friend, but I didn't. It wasn't that big of a deal to me. I'm just glad nothing happened. So then we see Jackie. So Jackie calls Heavenly. She tells her that she is going to invite Simone over to the house, and she wants Heavenly to come over, and she's also inviting Quad over. Now we know the issues between she and Quad with the social media post, and Heavenly asking she invited Neela over. So Jackie's like, cool. So let's move on. All right, you guys. So let's talk about Contessa real quick. I just don't understand Contessa. Now they were talking about were the men going through a midlife crisis. Is Contessa going through one? Because Contessa, when it comes to Contessa, I just don't understand her. I don't know if she's chasing something that she feels like she missed out on. I don't know what it is. I like Contessa, but last season she went to she did the program. Now this season she is doing her, she's making this clinic. Like I just don't understand Contessa. I just feel like she's chasing after something. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like she's trying to chase after something. And you guys can let me know in the comment section if you guys agree, disagree with me about that one. So then we see she has her business consultant over there, and they're talking about the practice. I do not believe or agree that Contessa and Scott should go into business with each other. If you guys are already having issues in your marriage, why go into a business with each other? That's another relationship. Why not fix the issues in the first relationship, and then once you fix those issues, if you want to go into business with each other, don't. Don't do it. I just don't feel that Contessa and Scott should go into business with one another. I just don't think they should. You guys can agree, disagree. And then she's also doing all the work. She's doing the billing and everything, and she's saying that Scott doesn't want to help her. Stop. I feel like this is a recipe for disaster. Ooh, excuse me. I feel like this is a recipe for disaster. Oh, y'all might want to work separate shifts. Like one of you be a AM doctor, the other one be a PM doctor. And she said she wants to be open on weekends. One of y'all alternate days. One of you work Saturday, one of you work Sunday, and have short hours on the weekend. I just don't see it. Or bringing another physician. I just don't see it working. It might, but I just don't see it. But let's move on. All right, you guys, and then let's wrap up with Jackie. Her home, beautiful. I mean, her renovation was almost $500,000. I'm like, damn, Jackie, can't about $30,000. Just saying. It would be nice. So we see Anila and Heavenly show up. We see Simone show up, and we see Quad show up. Quad shows up with the gifts. So Jackie has someone cooking the food. So she's cooked chicken for them, and they're like, "Did you cook French fries?" She's like, "No, I did Did she say broccoli?" I'm like, "Girl, no. Give me some French fries." I know Jackie's a health freak girl, but one night can we say F the healthy food? Like, girl, give me something, high in starch, greasy. Give me something. I was with Heavenly when she was talking to Jackie on the phone. She's like, "Oh, so I'm gonna have to bring me a side meal." Abso-freaking-lutely. So then Jackie, decides that she wants to bring up the issues between Quad and Heavenly. Okay, we're filming the show, so I get it. We gotta talk about it. Now, see, when I don't forget where I saw it at, but I did see it. I saw the photo of Quad, and then I saw Heavenly under the comment section with the emoji. I don't know how the hell Quad took that the wrong way, because she did go left on Heavenly, and Quad says now see, I don't have an Android, so I can't tell you guys I understand what the Android, because I do know that the Android emojis do look, even when you get on Facebook, when I've been on Facebook, and if you type in an emoji from your phone, from your iPhone, it transposes it a different way. So I guess I couldn't give Quad that, but again, I've never saw an emoji like this. Have you guys? I don't know if there's any emojis like that. But that is different from this. So Quad says she misinterpreted it. I guess I'll give it to her. Now see, she and Heavenly was already on one because she told Quad she gonna have to watch her tone with her. I'm like, what tone? She just told you she looked at it the wrong way. But they went back and forth for a few minutes and then eventually they got over it. I was like, girl, what the hell was that? But yeah, that's it, you guys. That's the review. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Honestly, Married to Medicine so far is just as dry as Real Housewives of Atlanta was. It's really dry. It ain't giving me much. But that's it, you guys. Be sure to like this video, leave your comments in the comment section below, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell button so you guys are aware of when I drop anything else, and share this video. Until the next one, you guys, stay safe, take care of yourselves. Remember, wash your hands, please wear your mask, socially distance, and we'll go through this together. And stay blessed, you guys. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episodes 1 and 2 of Pose. All right, you guys, I'm off. Bye. Have a good night.